Mercedes-Benz has always been a little different. Even during the company's early years, a visit to the racetrack would make this obvious. Mercedes-Benz legendary Silver Arrows made racing history. Many Mercedes engineers shared this enthusiasm for racing, two in particular.
I met Aufrecht at Mercedes. We had the fight the first day we met because our temperaments are so different and because we had different roles. We built an engine for the racing department. That had to be done in addition to the other work.
In the end, our customers more or less forced us to start a company. Before, we were working on cars at night, after work.
For about 2 years I was doing that after work, on Saturdays, Sundays, at night. At some point I collapsed while riding my motorcycle, and I realized I just couldn't do everything. But Aufrecht was the real driving force to start a business, and he convinced me, pleaded with me to do it.
Melchior has so much intelligence, so much genius, that I knew I would be successful with him.
We use a name that has both elements. The A stands for Aufrecht, and the M for Melchior, and G is for Groß Asbach. Mercedes had direct fuel injection, and we could only use fuel injection engines for races because you needed the performance to beat the BMWs and the Jaguars. I covered all the furniture in Aufrecht's apartment with drawings. I drew the direct injection on this improvised drawing board and built fixtures. And then, in Aufrecht's basement, we built the first direct injection designed outside of a large company, the 300 SE.
You would tune a BMW or a Volkswagen, but never ever a Mercedes.
We benefited because BMW was building wild cars even in their normal series and because they supported tuners. And for Mercedes, there was nobody who could do that.
During that time, we didn't do any marketing or PR. Customers would tell each other about it.
So that they could say, my AMG Mercedes is as fast as the BMW, or it's as fast as the Porsche, and they were.
In the beginning, our philosophy to listen to customers was not really being implemented by any of the large manufacturers. Today, almost everybody does it inherently. And in the mid-70s, we increasingly got requests that customers wanted exterior modifications in addition to technology, and we met them. The 300 SL 6.3 was the first car that really kicked in, and with it, suddenly, a whole new group of customers. Our most successful car was the 6.8-liter that we built for Spa in 1971. This was a worldwide success.
This was the beginning of a unique racing success story, one that is still continuing today.
And then, starting in 1988, Mercedes-Benz contracted us to become active for them in the field of motorsports.
AMG's racing version of the C-Class achieved over 60 victories, both in the German touring car racing series and in the ITC. The racing version of the CLK GTR added more great victories.
And then we won the World Championship with Schneider and Weber. We are the only manufacturer who ever won an entire series. In 1998, we won all 10 races, 6 of them with a 1-2 victory. That was probably the best experience for me, because it was the first time that we designed a complete car, from the design to the suspension.
the DTM Racing Series was relaunched in the year 2000. Here, AMG plays a prominent role, even today, with Bernd Schneider, champion of multiple GT and DTM races, and ex-Formula One driver John Alesi.
Motorsports was the beginning, but simultaneously an official relationship with respect to tuning developed with Mercedes-Benz. In 1990, in Paris, we signed the contract. At that time, we were always saying that we have to become ready for the Mercedes star. That meant changing our development processes, changing quality control, and vehicle quality in general. The idea that Daimler would get involved quickly became very obvious to us.
We have become better, and Mercedes definitely hasn't become worse either.
Today, Mercedes AMG GmbH is the performance division for Mercedes-Benz, and the AMG brand has developed into the luxury performance brand of Mercedes-Benz.
We have products with enormous power, but they're still comfortable. You just realize this is it.
One man builds the entire engine.
And this manual work is great because everyone can personally contribute.
For me, every AMG engine has a piece of us inside.
Once this work of art is ready, after 2 hours, I attach my plate with my signature.
It is sort of an additional motivation to work even more precisely and professionally. You sign your work on the engine itself.
When I build an engine, I do it like I would be building it for myself.
Every employee you speak with talks about AMG as though it were his own family.
Working as a technician for AMG is really special.
And it does make you proud.
And just working here is really motivating, even though it is sometimes a tough job. Really a tough job.
AMG is a part of me.
We really put our heart into what we do.
This enormous enthusiasm.
Where else can you build the world's fastest Mercedes? And when we're conducting engine testing, or see a powerful engine being installed in a car, we are really happy.
I can't even imagine doing anything else.
You have to be a little bit crazy.